Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy. Welcome to my channel, all about cross stitch. My pronouns are she, her. Today is Friday, August 30th, 2024, and I think we might have a visitor. We do. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Stitches says hi. Look at that back paw sticking up. Where'd it go? If you are a returning viewer, then I know you always appreciate, many people, I should say, usually appreciate seeing Stitches, so she's got a lot to say today, don't you? Let her go. She's been comfortably laying on her little cat tree today, and as soon as I started talking, she came walking over, so I had to snag her and say hi. I know there's been a number of videos where she doesn't usually make an appearance, and so I know people always miss her. So all right, we got some good stuff today, in my opinion anyways. Couple new starts, couple of whips. I actually have a fully finished object. Actually I have two. I feel like that's okay. Try not to mess with that too much. Actually, I have more than two because I have an update on something that many people have not seen in a very long time. I hope you are doing well. Hope you've been getting lots of stitching time in. Michigan summer is still full force here, it seems. We've had some days that, like with heat index, it was over 100 degrees. And then it dropped back down, like the next day it was back down to 70, and so it's been fun. While I'm not ready for full-on fall in the hoodie weather and all of that kind of stuff, I am ready for some cooler temps so that I don't have to have my AC on constantly, and I'm ready for it to be gone. And it just keeps, and we're in that time where it's just going to keep up and down. I was thinking that this weekend, starting this weekend into next week, was going to be some cooler days. Nope, it's going to be 80. I'm over it. I am actually off of work all of next week, and I couldn't be more excited. I am ready for 5 p.m. today to get here, because then I am not working again until September 9th. So a little bit of a staycation, not really going anywhere or anything. We'll probably spend a lot of time actually out at my sister's house. Hopefully lots of crafting, so hopefully got some good stuff to show after that. All I know is that I'm not going to be sitting at my desk for 40 plus hours a week. So yeah, so I have been working overtime this past week, so some of my stitching has been a little minimal. I know it's been like 3 weeks since I filmed. I couldn't get my act together to do it last weekend, so it's happening today. Hopefully we can get through this before I gotta get back to my desk. So the fully finished object that I want to share is, I've shared this on Instagram and that, and I'm so happy with it. I love it. I shared the finished stitch few weeks ago. It is Neon Cicada, artwork by, or designed by Bad Stitch. Right now I don't think this chart is actually available. It was a Patreon release, in like Patreon gift chart in May, I want to say, but the documentation that I saw said that it would be released later this year, so keep an eye on their Etsy shop, and hopefully it'll become available. I absolutely adore the pattern. It was a wonderful stitch. I had so much fun, and I wanted it to be fully finished in a way that I would see it every day. And how I finished it is able to fit perfectly above my one of my monitors for my desk. So while I'm sitting working, I can see it all day. This is just a piece, little wooden sign that I picked up from Dollar Tree. Yeah, Dollar Tree. And then I found some paint that I already had in stash. It was labeled as a chalkboard paint. It is blue. It's coming through pretty well, blue. I just painted it and cut it down and used some Zots, I think. Well, I ironed interfacing on the back of it, and then I used Zots, little glue dots, to tack it to the board, and it's been hanging just fine. So I love this piece. It's been so fun. And I forgot to bring them over here, but I did get a couple of new signs from those I found at Dollar General that are a little different shape, that I'll do something similar to this again. But yeah, that is my neon cicadas. Alrighty. And ATCs, artist trading cards. I have been in a swap hosted by Link as my homeboy. She's got another account. It's Stitchy Swap and ATC with underscores between each of those words, something to that effect. We didn't have to ship until the end of August, which I've got mine ready to ship, but I've already received the one for this particular swap. So they sent this pretty little card. And the theme for this one was Stitcher's Choice. And I think this particular stitcher knows that I like black cats. So beautiful little star stickers. It's labeled as Moon Kitty. And so it's just stitched on or taped to a card and all that. So really pretty paper. I love the sparkly of that. So somebody knows I like my black cats. And the one that I stitched, I got this finished just last night. FFO'd and everything. And there we go. This is stitched on a piece of scrap blue Ada. I think it was called Sea Spray or something like that. It is from a magazine chart. Or it's a chart from a magazine. It was I think it was a cross stitch and needlework magazine from like 2014. I don't even remember. I didn't keep the magazine out of where I found it from. I took a picture of the pattern and put it away. So but that is so pretty. It was charted in DMC, but I went through my floss boxes and added a whole bunch of, it's all Forbidden Fiber flosses with one Moe's sale. Try to hold these up a little bit. So I kept the same color scheme for what the original pattern looked like, and then I just went with some pretty overdyes. So that was, so I gotta get this shipped out this weekend. And I really like the green that I use because you can tell that it's really variegated. And so that one is this color here. So it kind of goes from blues to green, but mainly kind of a green base, I guess. So that was really fun to stitch. If you know me at all, you know that I love full coverage, and that is definitely a full coverage piece. So I love it. I hope the recipient appreciates it too. All right, now the exciting part. If you have been on my channel for a while and, you know, subscriber, you may have seen the little extra that I posted. I posted it last Sunday. It was just a little 10-minute video that I filmed. I updated my cross stitch scrapbook. Stitches. Oh no. Get down. Oh good. She put her front paws on the screen, and sometimes she needs a little helping hand to get down, so I was really hoping I wasn't have to get over there. Anyways, this is my stitching scrapbook. I originally told about this, I want to say it was like video 25, and this is video, today's Flosstube, like, I don't know, 117 or 118, something like that. So it was a while ago, and it really probably hasn't been much since then that I shared much about this. So a lot of people are doing like junk journals and things like that. I ended up finding a artist trading, no, not trading, that's what I just did. Artist sketchbook that is with black paper. So I go through all of it. I do a flip through of the whole thing. I'm just going to show the pages that I added to it this week. Sunday, I got a little whim to actually work on this, and it had been a long time since I did anything, and so I had to ship. So the new pages that I did, here's one of them. So this is a Stony Creek piece that I had stitched back in 2018. I've got a booklet that had a bunch of Halloween pieces in. We got a sticker of stitches there. Cut out from my calendar, I put Sassy Since Birth. I thought that was pretty fitting. Black cat. My stitches can be pretty sassy at times. And so just use some scrapbook paper to just give the details of the piece. This one is a black work piece. I stitched this 2014, 2016, something to that effect. It is from a magazine. I've got the magazine on hand, no clue exactly which one it was stitched from. I had started stitching a whole black work piece, and I didn't get very far. I kind of gave up on the piece, decided to just scrap it. But what I had stitched turned out really cool, so I figured I'd just go ahead and cut that down. So that whole thing is part of one pattern that just kind of went on and on. So it turned out really cool. I just decided I was done with that piece. The black and purple here in the middle is one of those like Algerian islets or something like that. I went to a book retreat October of last year, and this was the name tag, and I liked it, so I just kind of tacked it in. This next piece or page was a really fun piece to do. FYI, there is a swear word. So this top portion is a design from Abby Topknot that is a sunflower cat that was part of the Meow the Merrier that they did a few years ago. Well, I stitched it in 2022, so it was probably early 2022 that they released the whole Meow the Merrier. When I bought the pattern, she included a sticker that is jam, so I've been saving that sticker so that I could piece things together. So my stitch piece, that was just a scrap white Aida that I stitched on with Sulky called for. And then again, I've got a snarky calendar that's got some fun sayings that I cut out. And you know, Abby with her top knot, messy bun, went hand in hand. So went and did that. Another small that I finished. This was another magazine piece, trivet, floral trivet. It was a Just Cross Stitch from 2016 April issue. And again, just using same scrapbook paper to write the details, added a sticker, and there we go. And then the last page. This top piece was a owl forest? Yes, owl forest. Freebie. I'm pretty sure it's still on their website, so that was a freebie. I loved stitching that piece. I did my own conversion with hand-dyed flosses, overdyeds. I just went through my stash and found coordinating colors, much like the pattern called for, but it's just my own color and cotton and things of that nature. Added a pretty kind of coordinating sticker. This piece, this was not my stitching. 2022, Michelle Bendy hosted a burb swap that it was part of her Twitch. We decided to do an exchange of sending stitching birds and sending them for, I'm sure it was part of like February. So this was stitched by Kathy, and so I took the card that she sent, cut out her signature, and added that. But again, this was not my stitching. This was stitched by Kathy. Pretty little bird. I thought I was coordinating with the Owl Forest page. And that is my stitching scrapbook. Stitchy journal, whatever you want to call it. Didn't want the pages to get torn or anything, so. I've got lots of smalls that I can add to this. This was a, I want to say it's Imaginating. I stitched this in 2013 or so. I don't know the details on it. I can always look up the pattern if you need to know. But I thought that was really fun. I stitched on a scrap piece of Aida that was going to be way too small to frame or anything. So when I got the idea of doing the book, I cut it down and tacked it on there. All right, so that is it with the FFOs. For somebody who doesn't finish objects very often at all, I sure had a lot. Alrighty, moving on. New starts. I've mentioned, I think the last video or two, that I have been on a new starts kick. No rhyme or reason, just had a bunch of stuff that I have had kitted up for a while. When is it gonna get stitched if I don't start it? So, the next piece that I want to share is out of this Lakeside Needleworks book. No, Needlecraft. I ordered this from Lakeside that is overseas. I don't think that it's somewhere in the UK, I think. I don't think that this book is necessarily available, but I do know that the design that I'm stitching is available on Michelle's website. So many of these designs probably are available from the actual designers. So this piece that I started is to Michelle Bindi, so Bindi Stitches. It's called Summer Nights. A little cute, small. And I added it to a piece that I've already got other pieces stitched on that I'm eventually gonna do something with, whether it's my stitching journal or frame or something. So this was a Darling and Whimsy Patreon gift chart that I already stitched up there. This is a small piece, so I just added it there. So I've got the house pretty much done. I just need to add the roof. This is called charted in DMC. Again, I did the same, pulling through, or went through what overdyed flosses I have and just pulled overdyed flosses, kept the same color scheme, but yeah, pulling the overdyeds. That house looks, I love how the details coming through. I did stitch it single X's at a time to get that variegation out. That the red is very cranberry from Roxy Floss. It is an older floss that I've had on hand, so it's possible that it could have changed names or something, but the tag I have is labeled it as very cranberry. And so yeah, that is the beginning of my summer nights. Next piece, might need to speed it up here a little bit. Got half an hour left of my lunch. Next piece, this is a gift chart freebie that can be found on Boomerang Stitches. I just took a screenshot from the cover to show the picture. So it is charted in two different ways, Bird Nerd or Bird Herd. I am stitching it the nerd version. Amity from Hathaway Stitchers, when I had posted this the other day, I ended up replying to her story when she shared it. And so I had shared my new start. She shared mine on her Instagram stories, and so then she and I got to chatting through Instagram. So I was telling her that the last few years, I've been obsessed with stitching anything birds. And so when I saw that she had shared this freebie, I was all about it. So I finally got it started. It's not the greatest, it's not the biggest start. I shouldn't say greatest. It's not the biggest start. Again, working overtime and such, I haven't picked it up a whole lot, so definitely wanting to get back to it. But this is going to be such a fun piece. I did tell her that I really appreciated the fact that she's got a Pattern Keeper compatible version. If you go to Boomerang Stitches on Instagram and in her link tree, she's got it saved there. Yeah, I don't know what I was looking at. Something was looking a little off, but so here's my start. This is stitched on a piece of, I think it's 16 count Bestitch Me lightly salted, not roasted, so kind of a pinkish cream color. It's pretty on it. So I just got that center like tree or something that the bird is sitting under. So one little bird is half stitch started. That's where we're at so far. It's not going to be a big piece. But it's definitely going to be a fun one with all of those funky birds, which she does have a couple of designs out with some funky birds on it that I just adore, that they're on my want to stitch list. Alrighty, moving on. Like I said, I'm on my lunch. I kind of need to get going on this. The next piece, I do not have a cover photo, but I have been showing it every week, every video since I started this piece back in May, and I've got 2 weeks left now of it. This is the Ever After Mystery Sale, hosted by Forbidden Fiber Co. That we were given the frames, and then each week has a different portion being released. So I think you would have seen it since last would have been this piece. Why Did You Have to Be So Wonderful? Broken Hearts. This was a fun piece to stitch. That vine with all the different green flowers in that, and then a bunch of hearts. I did realize that this piece is, I think the original chart we received with the frames had a bit of a typo on it. I didn't realize it until I had everything above the hearts stitched and going in to add in the hearts and realized I didn't have enough space there. Can you tell that that box is one size too small, one stitch too small? I'm not worried about it. I was not frogging, because that would have meant 2 borders having to come out, and yeah, no, it is perfectly fine. Just a little misspaced there. I don't care. So I added in that one. Again, these are quotes from the movie Ever After with Drew Barrymore. And then I loved this piece. I was so happy to add it. It says, I shall go down in history as the man who opened a door. Leonardo da Vinci character. Absolutely adore his character in the movie. He was a perfect addition. And he took a door off by the hinges. She had been locked, Danielle, main gal, had been locked up by her evil stepmom. And so Leonardo got the idea to take the door off the hinges, and so that was his line of, I shall go down in history as opening a door. I thought that was fun. And then this current one that I'm stitching, it's another line from Danielle talking about Prince Henry, about if birds and fish were to fall in love, where would they live? I don't remember exactly how it goes, but this was this week's drop. It's a lot of stitching, and again, over time, I've just not been able to get it done. I'm almost done with that blue, so I may be able to actually show. I can actually show that if I can get my iPad to work. So here's what it will eventually look like. So it says, a bird may love a fish, senor, but where would they live? That's what it says. So that means we've got week 15 and 16. So probably by the next time that I come back, that'll be a finish. This has been such a fun piece to stitch. So plan to get that finished stitching this weekend at some point. Or next week, because I'm off work. Another whip. I've shared this quite a bit recently, cross stitch for the sole. And I absolutely have plans to get back to this again really soon, but who knows when that will be. Flosstube itchy nose. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. I just love this piece. Love, love, love it. We have the start of a rainbow. That means everything above, look for and above, is finished. So this rainbow is definitely, it's a challenge to stitch. The rainbow goes across 2 pages of the pattern, and it's a paper pattern, and I just showed you the book. I've not seen that this is available for sale individually anywhere, so I made a working copy out of the book. And the pattern itself is across 4 pages. Where I'm working at is right across 2. I do know that I've already gotten a bit of a stitch off somewhere over in here. I'm gonna fill it in. You would never notice. It'll be just fine. This is stitched on a piece of 16 counts coloring cotton in the colorway Ozark. It is this really pretty green. I got this back in 2020 in a fabric club. No clue if it is available at this time or not. Haven't looked. And my last whip to share. It wouldn't be me if I did not have a full coverage stitch. In fact, I think there has been a recent video that I had very little full coverage. We got one. Still working on mini Midnight Messenger, artwork by Ann Stokes, chartered by Heaven and Earth. Absolutely adore this piece. Still plugging away. I have hair in my mouth or something. Still plugging away on this page. I really was hoping to get this page finished sometime soon. It's got a long way to go though. Definitely been working on filling in this robe. yeah, 16 count white Ada, 2 strands, full cross. I don't know what I was gonna say. I've definitely been wanting to get back to it again. Limited time of stitching this week because of overtime and that. Been focusing on Ever After, and then I knew I had to get that ATC stitched, so but it is definitely in plans to get back to this ASAP. Again, probably next week. And that is all of the stitching stuff that I have to share in terms of my whips, new starts, fully finishes. I do have some haul. This was Happy Mail. I won a giveaway from Carolyn Zuck, and so I got that in the mail. This is the summer of 2024, so this is definitely one of the newer issues. I know the autumn one is out. The fall edition just came out within the last couple weeks, but this is the issue before that. Haven't really flipped through it, but I know I've seen other people do flip throughs, and so there's definitely gonna be some fun stuff to stitch from that. Shopping. Fabric of the month. I'm in Bestitch Me. This would have been the August one, so if there's any reason you're not wanting to see, look away. But oh, this is beautiful. It is called Sandbar, and this is an 18 count. I did switch I think it was just before, I don't know, within the past month or so, I did switch my subscription to be in 18 count all color, so I'm not going to be getting the neutral anymore. It's possible that this one could have still been the neutral, I don't remember. But oh, is it pretty? It definitely, I don't know, it looks neutral-ish, but look at that blue. It is so pretty. There we go. That kind of where it came into cream with pops of blue. I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to stitch on this, but I am going to have to find something good because that is just so pretty. I am really appreciating Brandy's method of dyeing with the modeling so that you're getting pops of color like that, but that it's not like super stark. I don't know. Just really, Bestitch Me is definitely one of my favorite fabrics, hence why like all of my stuff is from hers. Okay, needle minders. I have done some shopping for needle minders, and you just heard them. My favorite shop, Gina's Unique Boutique. She's also got a Facebook page. She had posted in the Facebook group about having a sale, and so I hopped on and partook. So we got Charlotte's Web, so it's a very nostalgic book cover, so I remember reading that as a kid. And then of course we gotta have our stitches. I love the flowers of that. And then no rhyme or reason, just beautiful colors, beautiful flower, and a butterfly. And then I purchased the cat one, so it says Cat Mama Life is Perfect. And then Gina threw in a bonus dragon. I had also purchased another dragon piece. It was a not piece, but needle minder. It was a dragon eye that I gifted to my sister, and I already gave it to her. So I'm sure because she saw that I was liking dragons, she included that one. This one reminds me of the cover of Fourth Wing, so just missing the little andarna, but it's okay. I appreciated the gift. So thank you to Gina for that. Those are okay. And the last little bit of haul. I was on TikTok, as we seem to be lately, and I'm starting to get some more crafty videos showing up in my feed, and one popped up showing floss dyeing. I got intrigued, found that they had a Etsy store, and I went shopping. So the store is called Pirate and Robin, so it's Pirate + Robin. And I don't know, I bought over-dyed cottons, so I don't know if there's silks or anything like that, but some very fun colors that I can't wait to incorporate into something. So this one is called Sugar Plum Fairy, and so it is shades of purple, and so it's so pretty. I cannot wait to get these added to something. This one is called Ember. Beautiful, beautiful orange with pops of reddish, more brown than red. And then we've got Boysenberry, and that is so pretty. Slightly more monochrome or tone on tone, I guess, but pretty color. This one is going to be fun to stitch with, Belladonna, and that is definitely like purples to teal to blue. Moonlit Graveyard, really pretty gray. Again, it's slightly variegated, nothing too stark. And then the last one, Watermelon. Absolutely no clue what I'm gonna use those for. Not anything particular, not particularly any one piece by any means. It was just a matter of, I saw the Etsy shop and there's lots of different colors to choose from, and so I was just going through and saying, that looks pretty, add to cart. That looks pretty, add to cart. And I could have done that for her whole shop. So looking forward to checking that out and trying those. Always fun to find new dyers. So again, it should just be on Etsy as Pirate and Robin. And that is my stitchy goodness. That is everything that I have. I'm not one to set specific plans because I stitch what I want whenever the heck I want. I do have a craft day scheduled with my sister and BFF and my mom. Tomorrow we'll be hanging out, crafting, stitching something of some sort. This right here is a Diamond Art Club calendar that was released last year, so move the camera just slightly. So that is, you can see where the sun is. That's a diamond painting. So I've got my September page to do of that. I may take some other diamond painting. I may take stitching. I may just go back to working on this. This is seems to be a good piece to work while stitching and talking. So, yeah. That's really all I got. Good stuff though, I think. Fun stuff. Different. The fact that I was able to share my stitchy journal that I haven't worked on in absolute ages, that was fun to do. Just last Sunday I kind of got on a whim that I pulled out the like junk journal stuff and ironed things on, and yeah. So all I do for those is much like what I did with the Neon Cicada, is that I usually iron on an interfacing just to give it some stability, and then use glue dots to glue them to the page. So that's about all I do. It's fun though, a little fun piece to flip through, I guess, rather than all of my stuff just sitting in a Ziploc bag of shame somewhere. I know that front cover page has the scrapbook paper that I used to cover the stuff it's fading. It usually sits right here on my coffee table. There's a patio door right here that faces west, and so late in the afternoon I get a lot of sun in, and so it's fine. It's not like some heirloom piece that, you know, is going to be passed on for generations to come. So it's just been a fun little stitchy project. So that's about all I have to share. I've about time that I gotta get back to my desk, find some food, and then get back there, get the last few hours worth of work finished up so that I can clock out and do whatever the heck I want to do for 9 days. So I hope everyone is getting lots of stitching in. Would love to hear what you've been stitching on if you care to share. You can follow me on Instagram at stitchingbee82. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting lots of stitching in. Yeah, and we'll see you again soon. Probably next couple weeks. I don't see me necessarily sharing anything next week while I'm off. I thought about just waiting till then to do my next Flosstube update so that I didn't have to, you know, be in a hurry on my lunch break, but I also didn't necessarily want to wait a whole week either because of stuff that I have to ship out, or, you know, just lots of good stuff already. So I wanted to go ahead and get it filmed now. So, all right, we're just babbling on here, so I gotta get back to work. Hope you're doing well. Keep stitching, stitch on what brings you joy, and we'll see you again next time.